Good evening, kindreds. Good evening and welcome to the Season 2 of Oxford by Night. I am Lesha, aka Master Virtuoso, and tonight we meet our unbonded coterie. With me there is Axel, played by Thomas, the caitiff raised by the Giorgos, and also Sue and Mica, Malkavian couple, played by Randy and Sarah. Those unfortunate souls, for reasons known only to them, decided to step into the cursed domain. Traveled far to be here with us tonight, for which I'm grateful. To all of you, my dear kindreds, it is difficult to say what day of the week it is. Well, forgive me, what night. The calendar doesn't indicate anything in your heads anymore. You lost the track of month, even, you could say. Because that doesn't matter. What does matter is all the bullets that are flying in the air at the moment. The unit of the Second Inquisition tried to stop you from entering the Oxford domain. Like they are working for the locals. All three of you brought in here from the Vale, as they call themselves, the Anarchs, in here locally, stomped upon the obstacle. A 6-person squad, fully armed, targeted you, destroyed your vehicle, and bring the chaos on a lonely road in the middle of the night, in the middle of the forest. Everyone who would be in approximately 15 miles around could hear the gun. Your car is flipped. You are behind it, and it's still taking heavy damage. All three of you are hiding behind it, including your driver, a thin blood named Valeria, a girl whose life was taken quite early. She's barely a teenager, and she's bleeding heavily. Funny enough, she's kinda still breathing. She's moaning in pain. Her blonde hairs are covered in her own blood. No matter she's a mortal or a kindred, or how you treat a tin blood actually, she's not far away from final death. And it's the moment she starts to realize that. Around you, there's a road, big for one car only. On your right, you see fields, plain fields. On your left, forest, and some kind of less urban areas. In front of you, 2 cars, approximately 10-15 meters away. I would start with Sue. What is that you would like to do?
So you said there's 2 cars that are functional. Our car has been bombed, or whatever is turned over. We have the driver. Was it that is dying?
Yes.
Or a thin blood is dying. Do we know her? Have we had much interaction with her?
You know her by name, and you know her for the last 3 hours.
Okay. Where is she wounded?
You would say that she is heavily wounded through the bullets that went through her face toward the chest.
Okay. I guess my first action would be to grab her up as delicately as I could and look forward to the 2 cars. Are there any gunmen by the 2 cars?
Constantly firing.
Are they by the car? They're by the car stuff?
They have the doors open, rifles attached to the doors, and they constantly shooting, trying to go through your car with the bullets.
Okay. Are there any weapons? Do I have access to any weapons? Any ranged? I'm looking for something to be able to defend myself with. So.
You got your pistols, right? Your revolvers.
Right. But you told me I didn't know I didn't know how to use it because of my amnesia.
Well, you got them. You don't feel comfortable with them. That's the matter, isn't it?
Okay. So I've grabbed her off to the side, and I'm going to try to pop a shot at one of the guys near the cars. And try to, basically I'm trying to get us a car.
Of course.
Well,
Gotcha.
Fuckers!
So you're shouting at them back, you're leaning, and you're trying to get them. Mica, what is that you're trying to do?
Using the car as cover.
Sure.
Just using the car as cover,
Can I use my medicine skills to be able to dig the slugs out of her so she can heal?
So you're moving your... you're changing your hand into the surgical tools, and you're taking out the bullets from her chest, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course. You start to do that. What is that Axel is doing?
I look towards our driver, and she's not healing, is she? At all. Do you think if I put some of my vitae in her mouth that it would help? While Mica does her medical miracles?
Do you think it would work?
If I think that she has things under control, then I might try to distract the soldiers by going into the woods to see if I can draw a couple of them out there.
So, Mica does look like a doctor to you. And you saw she's turning pale nails into some sort of needles, you would say, while she's taking the slugs out from her body. So, she's definitely better at this than you are.
Excellent.
On your left, you see SuE, who's shouting at the enforcements and shooting them with a large pow from the old black powder revolvers that is going, and his hands completely unused to the gun and weaponry pretty much make him fall back a couple steps after every single shot.
Well, that's an actual big distraction in and of itself, so maybe I'll try and go grab a car and back it up to our position.
The only cars available are the cars that are next to them.
Next to the soldiers?
Yeah, that's the only.
Okay.
The only cars that are available are those.
All right. Well, I'm going to rouse my blood for potence and for feral weapons and head into the woods, hoping they see me.
Can I have a rouse check?
One fail, one pass.
Thank you. Increase your hunger by 1.
So my hunger started at 1, yeah?
You are now at hunger 2. Sue, you tried to tell me something, but you've been muted, I think.
Oh,
I've seen movies. I can do this.
All right. Can you give me dexterity plus firearms, please?
okay. I gotta add 1 hunger, so that's 9, 8, 2, 4, 6, 7.
3 successes. 1 success left.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, and one of them is red.
Red is also having a success, right?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
one of the 5 is red. 1,
Sure.
2, 3, 5, yeah. It's also a success. Does my hunger go up because
No.
of the... Oh, okay.
Please
Is it a
go
messy crit?
Sorry?
Is that a messy crit?
That's a success.
chance.
5 successes it's a success of your action.
Okay.
After a large pow, Sue went a couple steps back, and one of the soldiers fell on his knees. Then
Okay.
face down, dead. You
Damn.
could all smell the blood in the air. A fresh, young blood. Well, those of you who are hungry could turn ahead with maybe a microsecond of hesitation. Few of them start to call back up. Few of them start to reload, but at least still 2 were continuing firing. Mica, as it is your expertise, I do not request a test from you. You remove the slug from Valerie, who, after you've done that, stopped moaning and crying and hyperventilate. With her hands full of blood, she starts reaching to the pocket in her jeans to take out the phone. Axel, after you erase your blood and expose the claws, what is that you want to do?
I kind of want to use my soaring leap to start bounding into the woods. Before I go, I tell Sue, I believe in you, man. And then I hiss at the soldiers, hopefully to lead some of them into the woods with me. And I just go.
You redirect the fire. Sure. Can I have athletics and strength? Alright.
Let me... Oh boy. Two successes.
2 successes. Sure. So, Sue and Mica, after the Sue gave a shot, you heard this gentleman, you could say, because you know him for like 2-3 hours after the trip from the Vale, but that would be it. After what he said, he lit out to the direction of the forest, and he redirected the entire fire after him. So, what is that you're doing next?
He says, nobody ever said they believed me. And then pops another shot.
You can give me another test of firearms with dexterity.
Crit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 successes with a crit. One is
6
2
successes
crit dice.
with a crit. Lovely.
I believe in me too, bitches.
So
Love to take
probably
credit, but it's all you.
empowered by Axel's words and
I
excited,
know, right?
He's the bard.
take out gun and shoot straight in the head another 2 of the soldiers. The bullets went through the helmet like through the butter. Another 2 mortals fell from the bullets of purple haired Malkavian. Only 1 soldier went after Axel. He took out some form of grenade, unclogged it, and started running after the gangrel to the forest. In all that... One second. In all that storm of bullets, Mica, you to remove all the slugs. You think that the girl starts to regenerate. She starts with shaking hands to take out the phone and starts texting. What you can see, she's texting a person saved in her contacts as a Hollywood. But you see something unusual in one of her wounds. And I would like you to test intelligence and occult.
Intelligence and occult?
Yes.
I'm trying to see cool. So cool.
2.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Highlighting actually good history.
I would like to have 4 successes.
Ooh.
No. I have
2.
6 successes. No, I need to have 2 of those. Yeah. So I have 6 successes on that.
Lovely. No crits, no visual failures, and you added the hunger. Yep.
Right.
Lovely. 6 successes. Well, you see that one of her bullet wounds starts to grow. And as much as it's not natural, it starts to expand from her body. It doesn't look like a chemical reaction to anything. It's more of a blood sorcery curse. As much as this is not your area of expertise, the girl must be heavily cursed due to the fact that this blood bubble that starts to create will spread and can be lethal to kindred.
Okay.
You want to see
I'm gonna do it differently. Has to killed all the shooters.
Well, he's in the middle of doing that.
Okay. Can I safely extract a sample?
6 successes on medicine plus dexterity.
What does blowing a willpower do?
It's allow you to re-roll 3 dice. 3 blank dice.
And the 100 dice.
I got 4.
4. Would you like to burn a willpower?
She's only got 2 dice that. Well,
You said it was medicine?
Medicine and dexterity.
Yeah. Yeah.
so she's only got 2 dice that weren't successes.
She can
still
re-roll them.
Alright.
You burn
I'm
your
gonna need-
willpower. Re-roll those 2, please.
Oh, I got lucky. So yeah, those 2 were successes.
Please update your inventory. You do have a sample of the cursed flower.
Sweet.
In the meantime, so you are exposed to the bullets. You can shoot them, ergo, they can shoot you.
They're shooting at me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We got 2 people shooting you. 1 received 2 successes, 1 received 3 successes. You are half behind the car. Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna give me dexterity plus athletics, and you will have 3 successes, you managed to dodge.
Okay. Do I add the hunger dice to this skill roll? Okay, alright. So, 3 athletics. Athletics. 2, 3. How many successes do I need? 4?
Minimum 3.
Number 3. 6 successes.
Before any bullet could actually touch you, you managed to hide back behind the cover. You heard the metal clanking just next to your head and some sparks going here and there.
He's like, hit me, bitches!
But you're safe.
Okay.
Axel, you leap to the forest, then you slide a little bit to the wet grass, and you hide behind the bigger trees, I suppose, and just leaves in general. You saw one of the enforcers chasing you. You can sense some form of explosives in his hand. A chemical explosives.
Okay. So I'm going to go out from behind the cover so I can see him, and when he's ready to throw it, I'm just going to leap into him with a grapple so that hopefully the explosive, if he's going to throw it, will soar past me, and I'll be where he is. If that makes sense.
You can give me a test of resolve and insight.
Okay. I'm actually going to blood surge this, because...
Of course.
So... Resolve plus insight.
Yes.
Good boy, huh? 4 successes.
4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
As you take out from a cover and intended to grab him, you know that he is not willing to throw that.
Okay.
He have a suicidal intention.
Oh.
And that kind of activity, even from your experience with the Second Inquisition, as they are called these days, is not normal behavior. the whole disorganization of how they shoot and how they act and how they stay in the middle of the road indicates a suspicious activity. Now that you see that through the visor of helmet, you can see approximately a 19 years old guy, so a kid in some eyes, running towards an unidentified kindred with a chemical explosive in his hand, willing to commit suicide just to kill you. It's at least fishy. But closing the distance to him would be also a suicide.
Yes. I'm not sure I can help him, but once he gets close enough to me, then I'll try and soaring leap my way back as to avoid some of the blast. Unless I could see the possible mechanism, I do have heightened senses, and maybe I can sabotage the bomb, but not sure my expertise are that good.
Give me a test of the strength and athletics to make a jump on soaring leap.
Right? Gotta remember my prowess
No worries,
this time.
first game. You will get used to that.
Okay. It just adds to my, step. 5.
With no issues, you made it this one backwards, expanding the distance between you. I will test his resolve and awareness. If he will not have a full success, he will detonate at the spot without knowing you changing the distance. He got 2 successes. Therefore, the moment he starts running towards you, in the last moment you jump off and he released the bomb, raising hands, saying, "Glory to the Golden God." And you saw a chemical burst out, a whole fog of it. Terrible smell that mixed with the air. Not only of those chemicals, but also of melting the body of the boy himself. It is definitely some sort of acid. You could hear the body dropping. Going back to the middle of the road, Mica, you see SuE hiding now behind the car with the exchange of fire. The girl next to you starts to try to text with a shaking hand full of blood, stating that you get into the trap. That help is needed.
Can I see who she's texting? Is it just a number or is
It's
it
a contact,
name?
contact saved as Hollywood.
She's texting that they got us into the trap.
No. She's texting that you guys, including her, are in the trap.
Oh.
To quote, "We're in shit as I need help." And she's naming the road that you are on.
Is that one wound continuing to expand?
Yes, ma'am.
During that time, with the specialty in DNA, is anything standing out other than the blood curse? Is there anything else that I am able to observe with her blood?
Whatever is happening in her body has got very little to do with science, per se. It is a blood sorcery. Therefore, unless you're gonna study it, and any free time, you got very little knowledge regarding that.
Okay.
But there is something inside you, And that thing is telling you, step away. Maybe it's the inborn lack of trust to the Tremere and blood sorcery in the first place. Or maybe there's any other Malkavian in your head that is just simply advising you.
Alright. Are any of the bodies that Sue had successfully shot with within range of the car we're hiding behind?
No, they are all behind your car and approximately 15 meters away.
Interesting.
You heard a large explosion.
Okay. I'm definitely going to get away from her. And, Sue is near me, correct?
You are both on both of her sides.
Alright, we need to get away from her.
He looks down.
She looked at you both. Sorry, so can you repeat?
I have an occult of 5. Can I make a roll?
Of course.
Try to figure out anything.
Of
What
course.
is it? Occult and...
So Mica is showing you the wound, correct?
Yeah. She's like, we need to get away from her.
We need to get away from her.
Yeah. Really quick, I just wanted to see...
Of course.
I
Make
might
a
be
test
able
of intelligence plus a call.
Intelligence? Okay, 8. Four successes.
4 successes. And what was your max pool?
The max pool was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
4 successes, right? Well, you look at that, and you got a number in your head. 1410. 1410. And it's not Tremere, it's Simitsi, okay? That's for that. Simitsi 1410 and kaboom. Simitsi 1410 kaboom. This is the only words that are shouting in your head when you see that wound. Also,
I'm going to grab her and I'm going to throw her with pokes over at the guys who are shooting us.
Valerie.
This is the storyteller calculating how stupid I am at the moment. He's like, big bada boom!
You're grabbing Valerie, you're using your potence, and you're tossing her towards the Second Inquisition.
Yes,
Did I understand you correctly? Lovely.
that's correct.
Give me a strength plus athletics, please.
Okay. So it's 6. One success.
1 success. Well, all you manage is a halfway through. You didn't toss her out towards...
Didn't quite make it.
Exactly. So,
She's not near
in
us.
order to grab her, you obviously put your revolvers on the floor, grab her two-handed. She was like, what the hell? That's the only thing you could hear when you grab her and lean out to throw her. She dropped her phone. All the bullets hit her.
Mm.
In a midway through,
It's gonna blow up!
in the air, she
It's gonna blow up!
founds the final death.
What happened?
In the mid-air, when all the bullets were focused on her, because you tossed her out towards the open fire.
Right.
Before she hit the ground, she met her final death. Yet, she did not burn. She did not turn into the ashes. She just...
The wound's still growing.
dropped on the floor. And the combustion of the wound and the blood spread everywhere. Yes, she did explode into hundreds of moths.
Moths?
Moths. That completely shielded you from the shooters.
See? She's gonna die anyway.
You have no idea whether or not that was going to happen.
I know the cult, okay? I know the cult better than you do. It's why you use me for your experience. She's going to fucking die.
Well, I don't exactly have access anymore to investigate the freaking blood.
She was gonna blow up. She's gonna do that thing anyway. No, it's not normal.
You could have contaminated.
1410, goddammit! 1410!
Axel, obviously with your heightened senses, you are aware of the conversation that is having place.
I'm just hoping my heightened senses is keeping the acidic, corrosive scent at bay from what just happened, too. But I'm just like, why are they arguing at this?
You can see the area of effect and how it's spreading, so you are able to avoid it.
All right.
Well, the shooting stopped entirely.
Okay, I'm just going to try and look at our enemy from the woods to see what's going on with them.
Everybody's on the floor. And the moths start to spread to the high earth.
Moths, like goth butterflies.
When you came back to the road, you hear laughing of Sue, argument of Mica. You see 5 and for instance, on the floor. Valerie, who was your driver, her corpses, dead corpses, still does have head. She not turned into the ashes, but she's separated into 2 parts. You can call it that arms up and knees down still exist. All the rest is some form of jam.
I assume you don't have an explanation for this.
You both see Axel coming out from the woods.
To me, it's magic, blood magic, and 1410, don't know what that means, but that's what I got from that. And I knew she was going to explode, so I threw her towards the bad guys.
Okay. After what I saw in the woods, the moths and all that, Okay, we need to hijack a car and get to where we were going, I guess. And you drive?
Mica, you see on the floor Valerie's phone that just received a message.
Alright, I pick up the phone. Is Axel near any of the bodies of the shooters? That are... Whether or not they are barely alive.
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
The shooters that are down, are any of them alive?
You going towards the cars to inspect the bodies?
Yes.
Alright. So you guys see Mica going towards the cars and enforcers. What you guys doing?
Is she
I have the
moths?
phone.
No, the moths are going away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have the phone looking at the phone while approaching the bodies to see if any of them are alive or even have a weak pulse.
I turned to Axel and I said,
somebody tried to suicide bomb me out in the woods. They might be playing possum, so be careful.
Okay, I'm a good driver. And I'm going with you. Like, I'm my back to you, looking around for any potential shooters or anything like that.
I'll approach with Mica as well, cautiously.
So you allow Mica to inspect the bodies while you guys secure the sites, correct?
Correct.
Right. Mica, no test is needed. Your expertise is clear. So you had 3 dead bodies. right? Right.
Yeah.
3 dead, shoot head, clean death in a second. You could say mercy kill or a sniper shot. That won't indicate that they are dead by the guns, revolvers of SuE. One is in the forest, and you are far away from him to inspect the bodies. But you have next 2 that are lying here with no injuries. Very weak pulse, and they seem to talk. Some kind of talk to themselves, whispering. As much as you don't know what they are saying, you are even unable to detect the language. They seem to be unconscious. But
Is
responsive.
Okay. Is it obvious to Mica that they are bleeding out, they're not going to survive?
And there's no injuries on them.
Okay. I inform Axel and SuE to be able to come because both of them have the ability to do what's necessary physically if needed. And I look at the phone to see if I have a text message and see if I can respond to the person that's on the other line to inform them that there are 2 of the attackers alive and how to proceed.
So you're looking at Valerie's phone, yeah?
Yes.
She managed to message a person named Hollywood. But in fact, she got some completely different message as a response. A contact named Briggs, Briggs, messaged Valerie, stating 3 helicopters on the way, go to the fucking sewers now.
Alright, we have to go to the sewers.
And a person named Talbot, contact named Talbot, sent a text saying, welcome to Oxford.
This is where we need to go, guys. I don't know where the hell the sewer entrance is in the middle of the woods.
Looking for a manhole. Well, are we in the middle of the woods? We were in a street, weren't we?
You are on a street that is just next to the entrance of the city. You're 5 minutes away from the city.
Okay.
You got forest side on the right, farms on your left. And one road, middle of the night, side road. It's not connected to any motorway or anything like that. It is one of the sides going to the next villages around. So it's rather quiet.
Alright.
And no, there is no manholes, as you can see.
Okay.
Alright. So we step away from those 2, and I tell you quietly, this is the text. This is what we need to do.
Where are the sewers?
We need to get to the sewer.
Means we got to get closer to the city. By foot, how long do you think that's going to take? Or should we commandeer one of these vehicles until we get close enough?
I can't drive.
I
I
can.
can drive. I drive well.
Oh, okay.
Let's get in a car and tear it up.
I'll keep an eye out for the nearest.
Do you think it's a good idea? Because they might be looking for that
Storyteller,
car.
I want to use premonition on whether it's a good idea to use the car or go on foot.
So, close his eyes. Takes a deep breath. Imitated that he's taking a deep breath. He starts to mumble something like And in a moment he starts to scream. Scream like a teenager.
Oh, shit.
What am I
teenager
screaming? Am I
in a
just screaming?
cinema, like she's watching a horror movie. No, you see your dearest wife, Mica, that is sitting next to you, shred to thorns by the bunch of werewolves in a deep forest.
Yeah. That's all I see?
That's all you managed to see. A werewolves. And Mica in pieces.
Ah! Furries! Shit! Okay, stay away from the forest. You're not allowed to go in the forest.
We're talking about the sewer.
I got a vision, okay? You're not allowed to go in the forest.
Hurry up and get to the sewer.
Shit!
Mica,
Well,
you looked into his eyes. And you found a deep connection that allowed you to also see what he saw.
Jesus Christ.
You saw yourself
So,
torn between 3-4 wolves.
so car it is then.
Sure.
That'll get us away from the woods faster.
Alright.
I'll keep
Just
an
keep
eye
in
out
mind.
for a manhole, you drive. What's that?
Sure. Get in.
So Sue is a driver.
Yep.
Who is on front seat with the driver.
I let his wife take the front.
You're sitting on the back. What do you do with the corpses? And still leaving enforcers.
That's not our breach. So, whoever sent them can fucking take care of them.
Sure. You close the doors, you turn the wheel, turn the key, and start going towards the landscaping of Oxford. In a matter of 3-4 minutes, while you heard in the radio a beeping and some coding like 347-852, we got 34 on 6. Some kind of code conversations between probably the different units of that. Which does not say anything good, right? But you managed to completely ignore that. So, awareness plus resolve, please.
All of us?
At the beginning, Sue, as he is the driver.
Nice. I have out of 8 dice, no successes. However, the red one has a skull.
Oh,
Right. That's great.
Just want you to see that shit. You're like,
It's just awareness.
No, it's a frenzy.
oh yeah. Oh
No
no.
successes and a skull.
what's that?
So, put his hands on the wheel, start going. And the moment that you heard like 47-8, we got 34, 36, 37. The numbers start to accumulate in front of your eyes. You start to see the equation. You start to see the pattern. You saw a mortal in your head who was talking to a radio, reporting all of that in some dark room. You see only his mouth, only his chin, that's smoking a cigarette, stating 44-7, we got -2. Commencing 22-11 on 7. And in your head, you solve the enigma of it. They moving the werewolves towards your position. They are controlling the werewolves, and they navigate them towards you.
They say anything before I hit frenzy?
Well, before I'm gonna tell you what happened with you, I will allow you to know that knowing the codes of the Second Inquisition is not a part of the premonition. It's the part of your knowledge.
Okay.
You know their codes.
Yeah.
First that Sue said was fuck. Sue, I will give you 5 seconds before the fear of upcoming final death from your back, where
He starts
3 wolves are
driving, but
running.
he's slamming on the wheel, and he starts saying, he's like, Second Inquisition has lupines on our trail! Shit! Frenzy.
Sense. Axel and Mica, you see the fear, you can sense the fear of Sue growing and growing and growing. His confusion is just a cherry on the top for all the emotional states that he's in. And both of you, well, Axel through the observation and Mica through knowledge of him, you know he's going frenzy. So you also got the 5 seconds before he's gonna get into it. What would you like?
Well, I think they're probably tracking the vehicle anyway somehow. I just tell Mica, push him out of the car. We're tucking and rolling right now. That's what I do. I open the door and... I've never seen a frenzying kindred drive, but I'm just going to take a wild guess. It's not going to be good. No. I'll trust the fortitude.
8 dice, no success.
Mica, what are you doing?
There is no way I can compel him to calm down.
Oh,
Compel the
she's
beast?
dominate.
You can try. But it's a try.
Is it? I mean, I think she'd know. Is it possible to compel a frenzied kindred?
Of
Right?
course. Yet
Awesome.
you are elder to her, so it's difficult.
Well, I don't know my generation, but okay. Thanks for letting me know.
That's not about the generation, that's about the experience.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Are you risking and trying to compel him, or are you taking your safety first? Because you saw Axel already jumping through the car.
right, and she's not looking at what he's doing is, a bad idea? She's definitely going, Axel might be onto something. I think I'm only gonna take a second to try to compel Sue, and my door's already open. If the compel fails, shapeshift into a crow and get the hell out of there.
You got one action before he will come.
Alright.
And within 5 seconds, you're either gonna see a bad side of Sue, which I assume you know, and you know it's as much crazy as his good side.
You also know Sue can overpower you physically.
Okay.
So a frenzied Sue on top of you is probably not the greatest anyway.
Okay. Sorry, baby.
It's okay, get out.
Caw.
Bye, Alicia.
Because if there are Garu following us, she's going to take the high ground.
Please do the rouse check, so test just your hunger. Just the red dice.
1 or 2.
How many hunger you got? 1 at the moment. So just 1.
Blank.
Yeah.
Blank. All right.
That's good, right?
Expand your hunger to 2.
Oh. Not good. Okay.
You turn into your animal. What was your animal form?
Crow.
Crow. You flew away to the open doors. Axel, you hit the floor. You hit the pavement.
Sure do.
Rolled a couple of times. Well, there's no damage that a kindred cannot take. You got 1 point. It's scratch here and there. You're more concerned about your jacket than anything else.
Yeah.
Few meters further, you saw the crow flying away from the car.
This place is weird. Okay.
And the car stopped. The car stopped.
Oh.
And Sue got out from the car. You looked at Sue. You are lying down on his stomach on the pavement. You looked at Sue, at his eyes. He starts to laugh loudly. Mica, are you landing on a tree or are you standing in the air?
I'm going to be...
What's your position?
At that point, will I be able to see sewer?
From the high ground, probably you can locate something.
High ground.
You scooping around, scouting for the entrance to the sewers, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, because at that point, she knows that they have to get out of there as soon as possible, and she knows
Sure.
that they're looking for a sewer entrance.
Sure. So while you're scouting around, you are not aware of what's happening in the street. Your focus is everywhere else. So Axel, you being like maybe 30, 40 meters away from the car that stopped to get out from the car, started to laugh, raise his hands up. But this kindred in a frenzy that is focusing on laughing become the least of your concerns. As you can see, hear. Different to say what was first. Because you heard a thump next to your head. And then you could smell the fur, the wolf fur. And less than 15 centimeters from your head, you can see a tower of the gallery. A Crinus. And maybe 2.5 meters tall. You could say young one. With some devices attached to the skull. With a bulletproof vest on him. With some collar with flashing lights. Completely blinded with different electronics in his skull that seems to be implanted.
Is it in war form or is it just near
It's a
human
Crinus.
form? Oh, okay.
Well, if your body would still be living, if you would be still alive, that would be the moment that you shoot your pants.
Yep.
Easy. Yep.
You're not wrong.
You freeze. You completely freeze.
I want to do something, but I can't.
This bit that belongs to the Gangrel clan inside you is just simply offended by what you see. You want to treat him as your friend, not as your enemy. You don't want to see him as a potential threat. You feel pity to him. Because even if that beast gonna shred you into pieces, it will not do it willingly.
Can I shake off the feeling of paralysis to use my claws to grab an implant and just tear it out? Or attempt?
Dexterity. Plus 4.
Yeah, I'm blood surging that.
Roused you.
Alright. Hunger goes up. But
Hunger goes up. Hunger on level 3. Right?
Yeah. Yes. Because the last time I roused, I was lucky.
Okay, so...
Damn it. That's a lot of noise. Oh boy. Let's willpower that.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes. I don't think prowess would come into effect here, right?
No.
No.
You tried to jump on it, but the Krynos was quicker than you. With one hand, he just tried to push you over, like this creature constantly fights with herself. You got my point. So
Yes.
from every single pool, from every single test, I deduct some dices as a fight of the beast. It had 5 successes after the deduction against your thing,
Okay.
which end up you breaking through few trees with your back.
So he just threw me.
He just slapped you, and you went against another tree on the side that starts to fall. The beast leaped towards you, but the sudden impact redirects the jump. And you could see a purple-haired Malkavian sitting on a beast, ripping and shredding it apart, laughing. And you think he's talking to it.
I think he's what?
He's talking during the frenzy. Well, after the dizziness settled down, you could see him standing in front of the corpses of the 25 years old guy who's barely naked with some attachment electronics on him. Malkavian licked his chin from blood of the lichen. And that was the moment you could hear the shaking of the floor and all the birds in the forest starts to get up. Which Mica distracted you and put your attention toward this place. Axel, you could hear and sense shaking of the floor and forest with his growl. Malkavian turned towards you and started slowly going, closing the distance between you two. He looked you in the eye, and you can see inside his eyes, in frenzy, his red, sparkling, bloody eyes, spark of intelligence. So that's the moment you can do the rouse check to regain the control.
Okay. So I just roll 1 dice, or
Yeah, rouse checks are 1 die.
It's only red dice, as much as your hunger is. Mm-hmm.
I'm only hunger 1, basically.
So just 1 dice.
Oh my fucking god!
Bestial failure?
Yes. Oh, shit you not.
That's good.
That's why she's
I
laughing.
have never been so happy to be a bird in my life.
Oh, so weird. Mica, you are aware what's going on now. Because when the birds flew from the forest, from the trees, when all that shake happened, as a bird form, you are more sensitive to that kind of senses. Therefore, you could see what's going on. Axel, what are you doing?
So I have, well, he just drank lupine blood, so I'm not surprised. He's very angry.
He doesn't seem
said
to be angry.
Yeah, the lupine has shifted back to person size?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go over to the lupine and try again now that it's not mobile, and try and grab an implant and just rip it out before running towards the city.
So you're also closing the distance between you and SuE.
I guess, yeah.
There was a moment that his mouth opened like he wanted to tell you something, but you passed through him and kneel next to the corpses, open body of the human form of that werewolf. You started dismantling the electronics from him, and
yeah,
with the metaphorical corner of your eye, you could see that SuE vanished.
Okay.
In a couple next seconds, when you dismantle the belt and then put the eye implants out, the SuE is next to you, like 10 centimeters away from your face.
I just look at him after I rip it out, and I'm like, well, I hope your healing does what it does, but I gotta go, man. And
What's our name?
me?
Name.
Axel.
Where is she?
Which she?
Axel.
Which one?
The red whore.
Oh, no idea. I'm new.
He lifted you up, and he was quicker than anything you ever saw. To the level that I did not allow you to test the initiative. He was that
Nope.
quick.
I raise my hands.
We want to know. His voice changed a little bit, like it's a different person talking. Where is the red whore?
I don't have that information.
We are home now! Lead us to her and you might survive another night, weakling. Or serve me as a bloody vessel for my life.
I don't know her.
So this is the moment that you can test.
Okay.
What am I testing?
No. SuE is testing that he regained the
I've
control.
been waiting. I've been waiting on bated breath. Like, can I have control of my character again? Okay.
Yeah. So, bam, SuE. Just the same way as you lost the control, you got it back, and you see you lifting Axel, who is fucking heavy.
Ah!
He smiled, his eyes turned normal, and he put you back.
How did I get up? Whoa, did you do that?
Oh. Thought you were somebody else. You were talking to me about some kind of red woman.
Mica, you located the entrance to the sewers.
But yeah, we got a sewer.
Mica, you located the entrance to the sewers. There is a river approximately an hour by walk through the forest.
Did you mess that werewolf up?
You did that, dude. It threw me into a tree.
So you are not aware that it's a werewolf for you, it's a human person.
You messed that guy up.
Yeah, no, I took the electronics out, spread them all over the place, but... You said there was a manhole right near us, right?
No.
Okay, that's not me.
She spotted a manhole, but she's flying in the air.
Got it.
So if it's about an hour walking, and that approximately means, 5 miles from the forest?
Something like that.
We should keep the gadgets. My wife's a
Grab them.
scientist.
Yeah, grab them.
Grabs the gadgets. I'm like, I don't know anything about a red woman. Last time I remember I was driving. Sorry.
Yeah, dude, you were in the cloud. Who knows what the fuck you were talking about?
That's just wonderful news.
It's a new kind of crazy. All right.
Right.
Puts the shit in his bags with his guns.
Your wife can turn into a bird. That's neat.
She's got some really nifty abilities, yes.
Yeah, I'm gutter trash, so I don't learn this stuff very well.
Oh.
But I'll get there eventually. We should keep in lookout, because maybe... Yeah. Hopefully they didn't get her. We need to get out of the woods in any case. Like...
Right, no, oh, yeah. He's looking around for her, like a lone crow in the sky or some shit.
Mica, you can see Sue in the middle of the road. Looking for you.
Blood all over him.
On the other side, towards the Mica, forest seems to be dead. Like, no movement regards that. From the sky you also could observe the town, the city, and all the villages surrounding. Many lights, clearly the nightlife is still on the subject. By the position of the stars and moon you can indicate that it's approximately 2 a.m. So the night is young. Is there any more questions regarding the environment and the locations around that you want to ask?
Am I in the process of flying back to them?
You are scooping around a circle around. The main point is the road. Yeah.
Is the lupine healing?
No.
It's dead?
Yes.
Alright.
I was with Mica, sorry.
You can kill that one.
Due to the premonition that Sue had regarding if I had been near the forest, the complete destruction of me being torn apart, I would want to go into the sewer alone because I have no idea about their safety, but I am aware of what will happen if I go to investigate or return to the forest.
So what is that you want to do?
Enter the sewer, since I'm the one that was able to find it.
So you're flying towards the access point.
Yeah.
And after that you're changing back into a human form.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Alright. So, Axel, you have no signs of Mica near.
Well, then I'll head into the city.
Yeah, heading with.
Who's driving?
There's no way. Would
Car's
Sue be able to? Would Sue be able to identify Mica's crow from anyone else's crow? Because all the birds left the forest. Even
Yeah,
if,
did I see her? I told you I was looking for her. Did I see her circling the... Okay, that's fine. It's a crow in the air. Yeah, I get it.
Not even that, the time frame.
Right. Okay. So we'll just head into the city.
My question is, who's driving the vehicle?
Oh, we're still driving distance from the city. Okay. You want me to drive? You can look for the crow.
I am a really good driver. It was the thing that set me off, but if you want to drive, I understand.
I'm not questioning your ability. I'm just asking what you want to do.
Well, hey, let me text my wife and see, maybe she'll get back to us and when she's not a crow. And then we can drive. So he'll just send a text. Let me know where you are when you reform.
Okay.
You send a message.
Use code. Knowing the Second Inquisition, text can be intercepted. So
yeah, I have a
All right. So we're gonna drive around the city looking for a manhole, or drive to the city. I guess we're driving
towards the entrance of the... Sure. Mica, let me start from you then. You manage the entry, quite large, little pond, the tunnel getting into the city tower. It is not exactly in the forest anymore. It is like under the bridge kind of situation, from under the roof, motorway, at the entrance to the city. Many official, you can see the cars going here and there, in quite large volumes. But you manage to float underneath, and there's a tunnel entrance, which is obviously crated.
I've gotten the text message from Sue.
No. Under the bid form, you did not receive anything.
Now, if you're in the sewers, you might not have a reception.
You first have to turn into a human bug.
Okay, I turn
Sure.
back into a human.
So you landed and you turn into a human. Then, now I can allow to say that your phone vibrated. And the message at this level was delivered.
Okay. I'm going to respond back to Sue in code to give the location of where I am, or at least a description of where I am so they can try to meet me.
Sure. What you doing next?
I'd like to see if the gate is open so I can go in.
There's a chain and padlock on it. You can pick the lock with no issue, or you can rip it apart, also with very little effort. But officially it's locked. I never saw you before. You could hear from the shadows of the sewers.
Oh boy. We never saw you before.
Yet how could I not recognize? Miss Valentine, I suppose. Daughter of Joseph.
Yes.
We were expecting you. You could see Anosferatu joining the realm of the visible.
The one individual that is mummified, you could say, full in bandages, to the level that only one eye is visible. Other than that, he got some sort of hoodie on top of that. He's rather slim, approximately 170 centimeters, so on average height. He opened the gate for me. My name is Boo. Nice to meet you, Madame Valentine.
Nice to meet you. There are 2 other kindred that came with me.
So the
I'm
rumors
trying
are
to
true.
find what they are.
So the rumors are true.
Depends on the rumor.
Yeah, it's many of them. Are you here to kill him?
I am here to find out what had happened to my sire.
I wish I knew. Well, I cannot tell you because I don't know, and I don't like to spread the false rumors. But I know someone who knows, if that counts.
I need to speak with them, but I also need to find the other kindred that are traveling with me, for they have relevance in the city too.
If that's gonna bring you any comfort, my brothers can locate them. But we are busy with other issues, you see. As we speak, as the smooth skin tells above us, we have a little war with the domain next to us, and the Tremere decided that the undercity of the Oxford is the target. So we got some blood on our hands. Now, I'm no fighter, I'm no ancient. I'm just the message boy. So, let's make a deal. You're the daughter of the Primogen guy. They will not touch you. You protect me, I help you with the city orientation. That's cool?
I was instructed this cell phone from the woman that was bringing us into the city. She instructed to come to the person right here. Told us to meet this individual, Boo. Who is this individual?
Man. You gave him the phone, he stopped looking. Valerie, Anarch, Tinblood. Mr. Briggs. Briggs is a Primogen. Camarilla. He leads the Tinblood. I have no fucking clue who the Talbot is. Well... Hollywood.
Seems
Hollywood is Lord of the Vale. He's one of those fancy old, centuries old anarchs. One of the very first in England. Don't really want to talk about him. So...
And then it seems I have one more person that I need to speak to in this city.
Briggs
I don't
told
exactly have good news for Briggs.
Briggs told you to get into the sewers because of the helicopters, which is kind of a smart, but my personal opinion is when Briggs tell you go left, With no hesitation, I can write. You know what it's taken for a tin blood to be in the Primogen, right? It takes a lot.
It very well could be something that I need to risk. Because the information I have regarding Valerie is not just crucial to him, but it could be crucial to a lot of other kindred. And they could be in a lot of danger.
Would you like me to take you to Mr. Briggs?
Yes.
But he looked behind, believing that through the sewers. Let's hijack the car and meet your friends first. Is that all?
Have I received a response yet from Sue?
Let me check. Sue and Axel. You stop.
Sue get the text, hands the phone to.
You start to
Axel.
drive. Do you turn off the radio or not?
No, I'll leave the radio on.
You're so full of the coding that doesn't bother you anymore.
Okay.
But you seems to understand what they're saying. Passively. You heard about vampire killed here, vampire killed there, 25 units in here, we got 7 helicopters in the air. A full-scale invasion, you could say.
Shit.
He's gonna translate for Axel.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
In a matter of minutes,
Where you see a roadblock and barricade and some SWAT units on the road. You received a text message from Mica.
Doesn't even look. Hands the phone to Axel. He's driving. I'm not gonna. Well, I guess I have to stop because of the barricade, right?
You will have to stop. You see it from a distance now.
Okay, so he stops, kind of pulls over to the side. Hopefully, like behind some other car, trying to be least obvious as possible.
You are the only car on the road.
Of course.
Well, that does actually understand our code speech.
Right. So it's okay because he has to stop him. So he looks and he's like,
Okay. 2 birds in the hand. Over a feather. Make like a tree and go.
so he starts reading off like what sounds like nonsense. He's like,
Okay, she's in the sewers, and it's roughly.
he tries to estimate how far away it is. He probably doesn't even know, but he's like,
she's made it to the sewers.
Cool. I guess we should find a manhole then. Unless you get any more texts from her. We should abandon the car, probably, is... They're probably looking for it.
so is there a manhole nearby?
not that you're aware of, no. So, do you
Already
possess
got
a high-end senses?
I don't. She's the one type of senses. Well, hold on. Let me double check.
I do.
I know. I remember that. I just wanted to check with Sue. Because, Axel, you are fully aware of the helicopter that is approaching your location.
Okay.
You can hear it.
Gotcha. I have sense unseen, not heightened senses.
Sure.
Are we in the city yet, or are we still outside?
You are entering the city now. Beyond
Got it.
that point, there is a city.
Yeah, the helicopter's coming, man. So, once in the city, we can at least hide in the alleyways, take cover there.
Can you be invisible?
I cannot.
Damn.
I can be quiet, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Okay. Well, I vote that we send the car in the opposite direction. It'll probably crash into something, but at least it won't be pointed towards the city. You good?
Yeah, you got a brick you could put on the gas pedal or something?
He's looking around for like a brick or something.
Big rock?
You can put a shotgun that is on the back seat and
Yeah.
make it there.
So he levers the shotgun onto the accelerator. He's got his foot on the brake. He's got his foot on the brake. Apa!
Out we go.
You're making a car going towards the barricade and you're jumping off the car.
No, we're sending it the opposite. The barricade is towards the city.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go across the barricade on foot, but we're sending it the opposite direction.
The car you're sending opposite direction to the barricade. Okay.
Opposite direction of the city. Okay, all right. So, and then we're going to head on foot into the city, being stealthy, but not using
Through the
powers.
forest, yeah?
Forest?
Through the sides or through the fields. Because the images on the side road didn't change. There is still like a green side and a plain. Through
Oh,
which
okay.
part?
Well, the city's not right in front of us or anything?
It will be. Yes.
Alright, well let's take the shadows.
On
of
left
the
side
tree.
you had the farms, on right side you got forest.
So
a
I guess
green
we're using
area.
the shadows of the trees, yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Axel, due to the fact that you cannot vanish just like so, just give me a test for dexterity plus stop.
Okay.
So in the meantime, do you respond anyhow to Mica's text message?
Yes, I say we're on our way to the sewers.
Could have been worse, but one success.
One success.
Did I say it in code?
Unfortunately, it's not enough.
Fair.
The security had 5. One of the security members started going towards the direction that he saw something, and in a matter of seconds you have been flashlighted with a gun.
Are these
But-
SI or is it just city stuff?
It's a full Kevlar SWAT unit. They don't have any emblems that indicate what they are. But the moment he flashlighted on your face, he put the gun down.
Oh,
How many of them are there?
1.
yeah, I'm just like, sorry, man. I'm just trying to find my way back in the city.
He lifted the helmet. He put it down.
I'm going to shoot
Sight
his radio.
clear.
Trying to shoot his radio.
He just
Oh,
reported.
sight clear?
She just reported to the radio that it's clear.
Oh.
Are you still shooting?
No. No.
I'm trying to put on a face like I'm like this drunk punk staggering into the city sort of thing, right? Like,
Mr. Axel,
oh,
your presence has been requested. The
That's
Under
good.
King was notified of your appearance.
okay,
Welcome to Britain.
thanks.
Is there anything that the Golden Church can do for you, sir?
The Golden Church. Not sure. Just need to find my way to the sewers.
The nearest entrance will be... He clicked on some kind of hand manual device up here. He showed you. You know the exact directions it is.
Okay.
The
Well-
Order of the Templars got like 7 units in the sewers. I do not recommend to go for it.
Well, that is unfortunate. We have someone we gotta meet, and, yeah, it is what it is.
I assume you're gonna present yourself to the Underking by yourself, but I am obliged to inform him about your presence.
Well, that's good. If somebody can actually inform... Like, I'm not here to enter your city without announcing. I know the etiquette, so you're helping me on that one. But I will personally see someone when we can, absolutely.
Underking is definitely looking forward to see you again. But it is none of my business.
Does Underking have a name?
My master told me that you've been in a coterie with him.
Really?
He goes by the name Giuseppe.
Ah! Yeah, the only good cop. I remember him.
He is freshly crowded under him.
Okay. Well, that's easy. I'll let him know as soon as I can.
I will be obliged to inform my master about your presence, yet he foreseen it. If you wish to present yourself to the Camarilla, well, I will move aside the units from this time.
Yeah, helicopter.
I'll try my best to regulate them. May the holy fire serves you well, Brother Ross.
Sure, man. And yeah, so once he's away, I'm just sort of looking around and I whisper like, yeah, apparently things are okay.
Can I whisper back while obfuscated, or?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay.
Because you know somebody in the city.
I guess I do now, yeah. Used to know him from the New York Times. But, you know anything about this Golden Temple?
I really don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Well, they got suicide bombers. Anyway. But I ain't here to pick a fight with them, and I just want to get to a position where we can find your wife and Giuseppe, actually.
Okay. Let's move along.
Long story short, now that you know the entrance to the sewers, you're getting there, correct?
Yep.
Right. So, what is the text that you sent to Mica?
Is the entrance to the sewers, is the way that we're heading, is it the same that she sent me in code?
No, it's different.
Being routed to a different entrance to the sewers. I'd rather go to where she's at. Like, if we can, she gave me directions how to get there.
Well, you're hidden, and I'm noticed. If you want to go a different way, meet your wife, go ahead. I'll follow my own directions then.
No, we need to...
When you watch any movies, you don't split the party up.
You're absolutely correct.
Well, we'll go. Okay, so I text her. I'm like, Axel can't hide. First entrance to the sewer, this location. All in code. All in our little Malkavian speak.
How far away is your wife? Is it gonna take like an hour and a half, or is it just like an extra 20 minutes? Because we can just go to her entrance.
It's extra 20 minutes. Extra half hour.
Extra half hour.
Yeah, I'm recognized.
Extra half hour, you exposed, though.
Well, I'm recognized by somebody in the city now. So no one's going to be dive bombing us anymore. So.
Okay, alright. So, never mind. We'll just Still heading your way.
Should have
Sure,
asked him
right.
about feeding rights, though. Jesus Christ.
Mica, you spend approximately 20 seconds on your phone checking and making sure, and Sue sends you actually 3 or 4 messages stating, oh, we're heading there, oh no, wait, change of plan, we're going there, oh, everything in the code, which turn into 6, 7 text messages extended to the maximum capacity of symbols per message.
Speaking of emojis, how about that?
Random sign of picture. At the beginning, Boo was like leaning to text what's happening, but then he decided that it's pointless. Movie review.
So, do I know where Sue and Axel's location is?
You know from which direction they're gonna come.
Alright. I'll ask Boo if the direction that he wants to take me to meet Graves is in the going towards them.
Yeah.
To Axel and Sue.
The only chance to meet Griggs is in his workplace, which is other side of the city, inside the city. Which is, if we use the roundabouts on the side, it's going to be approximately 50 minutes, hour drive, maybe an hour, depends on the traffic. Boo
It's
obfuscated.
Sue. I'm sorry?
Boo obfuscated. He disappeared. You can hear somebody coming out from the sewers. High heels. Confident walk. In a moment you saw a girl, maybe a teenager, with the red hairs. Attractive, you could say, on some level, very, very well presented, with formal clothing and high heel business shoes, if you know what I mean. Some top earrings, nice makeup, 90mm in her hand. She looked at you. Do I know you?
No.
She put the gun down. Are you local?
I am not.
Ah.
I'm here to find out what happened to my sire.
In this city, it's not difficult to get something happened to sire or a child.
My sire was Primogen.
Of the Oxford.
Yep.
That clarifies everything. She raised her hand and you saw the blood symbols showing up in the air. I will allow you to test the initiated. She is clearly attacking you with the blood source.
The attacks with blood sorcery, is what you said?
Yes, she's opening the combat. She got 4 successes. Please do test your awareness plus resolve. Plus dexterity, sorry.
Awareness plus
Dexterity, yeah.
And that's 1 blood, right?
1 hunger, yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, it's a success, but it's the red dice.
It's okay. How many? One success only.
Okay.
Yeah. So 1 against 4. You lost the initiative. Do you have a fortitude?
Fortitude?
No.
No. Right. Therefore, you have no chances of soaking the damage, which will be 3 aggravated damage points.
Best options to dominator.
3?
3. Now, you lift it up in the air and your blood starts to boil. Your vein starts to burn, every single one of them. You start to scream. You start to become set on fire from your insides. And it was maybe 1 or 2 seconds of that enormous supernatural pain before her heart gets staked by the invisible Masquerade just show up again. It's a boo staking her heart and putting it on the floor. That was the moment you dropped. And since you are with Sue, you did not feel pain, at least physical pain. And the first time you got separated, you felt it again. That raised some bad memories. That kind of pain reminds you your chair and the surgeries, the asylum. And it's, as much as it's painful and there's every single lip and nerve that is covered by the pain, there's also something bad happening inside. Mummified Nosferatu take her heart and start stomping on her head until she turned to ashes. Then he spit on the ash. Fucking Tremere! You better fucking start moving. He came to you and he started to lift you up.
In the process, I ask him, who the hell was that?
That's the invaders, the domain from the Reading. They have a problem with the political levels. I don't know. I'm from fucking SuE. I don't care what Prince and does and doesn't. It's their issue. But they putting the blame on us. I mean, the rats.
I ask Fu to get me the hell out of there as fast as possible because I recognize that the information in the vial I have in my pocket has just become exponentially more important.
I'll do my best. Which direction are your friends coming? Do you pointing?
Will I be... Okay. So I would be able to recognize which direction they're coming from? Okay. I tell Boo it seems like they're coming from the opposite direction we are headed. How fast can we meet up with them before we go together as a group?
I do my best. He lifts you up and start bouncing or leaping from one side to another, leaving after himself some form of fog, black fog, mist. Not exactly sure what that is. Or maybe that's just your hallucinations. Not sure. Clearly. Not sure is the earth moving or you. Some kind of confidence issues that you're having at the moment. making you question everything. But in a moment, maybe 5, 7, maybe 10 minutes, Axel and Sue, you can see a bouncing Nosferatu having on his hands, dressed in white, Mica that is in shakes. The Nosferatu had his last leap approximately 5-6 meters from you.
He is mummified with the old bandages. You have a hoodie and some kind of dirt jeans ripped off everywhere. Grey skin underneath, yellow eye, no hairs that would be visible, and hood all over. "That's your friends," he says to Mica.
Yes.
He puts you on the grass and then steps aside, like in a fear, you could say. He raised his hands the moment he saw that Sue having a side arms next to him.
We couldn't say that and said, "Sue!"
Boo!
How do you do?
Could be better. Your friend was attacked by the Tremere.
Okay.
Interesting hour. Thrown into a tree by a guru. She gets attacked by a Tremere. Oh, I love this town.
The further you go in, the worse it's happening.
Awesome.
So, you're in touch with Briggs?
Well, sort of. I know the Underking, apparently.
You know Giuseppe?
I do.
Be careful. Not everybody agree with the new Under.
That's fair.
Limited trust. 50.
Where do you sit on that?
I am the loyal servant of the Shadows. I'm not with Golden Church. Screw that. I'm somewhere between Cam's been here always and Anna's got the right. So
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sticking
know
with
anything.
my clan. That's my plan.
Okay. I don't know anything about a Golden Church. I know the Camarilla are here, I know the Vale are here. That's it.
Fucked up humane masochists. That's what they are. Cultists, nothing else. But this island belongs to them, so be nice.
Sure. Let's go with the other name you said. First, make it less complicated.
Briggs.
Mm-hmm.
Tin Blood. Grimrish.
Apparently.
Camarilla. Power obsessed me, if you ask me.
Not with the Camarilla.
Aren't they all?
I'm not sure how he stands with the new prince. I know he used to be a puppet to the old one. You see, Prince was executed a week ago. And the seneschal become a prince. So difficult, but I don't think we want to talk about it here, don't we?
Nope.
Let's put your friend on her knees. Maybe some Vita gonna help her back together. And from what I heard, well, from the beginning, my help is for free. I am more than happy to guide you guys. And so far you're not causing the troubles to the domain. But I'm haunted by the Tremere, just like every single Nosferatu in this city at this moment.
I killed one of those back in New York.
So I hope that if they're gonna come after me and it's gonna be in front of you, you will give me a hand. Since I'm nice,
No
I'm
doubt.
giving you a hint.
No doubt.
Can he help you with the trivia?
Significantly.
I don't know what it's worth. I'm an out-of-towner. Major boon. Thank you.
I'm just happy we're on the same page. So,
Woman in red.
Wearing red? Axel, did you say I said something weird about a red lady?
Red whore, I think?
Red whore?
Yeah.
Is that the red whore?
No idea. She almost set me on fire from inside. Using blood. Blood magic. About as much as I know. I was too blinded by the pain.
I owe
And did
the
this
trivia.
happen? Did this happen in the sewer?
it's happening all over the sewers now. The Tremere from the Reading domain came in here.
Didn't that Briggs asshole send us into the sewers?
Yeah.
Sounds like him.
Great. How does the feeding domain work around here?
It's the thin blood. What the hell with the thin
At the
blood?
moment,
How's it-
nothing works, man. But let me show you. Let's grab a car.
Scene.
He started leading
I just
you
don't
the
want to
way.
piss anybody off their domain. I don't want to do that. So,
He started leading you the way. I assume you follow.
Yep.
Well, due to the fact that he was still a little bit paranoid about walking in here through the trees and all that kind of stuff, he was going like from the checkpoint to the checkpoint to the checkpoint to the checkpoint. And on some level, he just entered the car that was underneath one of the bridges, underneath the motorways. And you entered some car of a Mini Cooper. A most British car you could ever imagine. He opened the door.
okay.
He lighted up the machine. Who's
Has
sitting
everybody
up front?
come with?
Sorry?
Has everybody come with?
Yes, everybody declared that they follow. So who's
I'll
sitting
sit.
up front next to Boo? So Sue and Mica are going on the back, is that correct?
Okay.
It's rather squeezy. The car is small. And in a moment you start your tour of the first city you are able to see in England since you came in here, because you had to avoid them.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you do not appreciate the architecture and pay very little attention towards that, you pay more attention to how the soldiers are on the streets, how the police quarantine zones are working, how no kindred is visible on the streets. Approximately after 20 minutes of ride, he stopped in the building that is burned to pieces. There's still yellow tape everywhere, some news flash agents and all that kind of stuff. Newscasters, BBC, radios, crowd on the streets, and then very difficult traffic. Boo pointed the head on it. That building, that's our Elysium.
I like it.
Yeah, you like it crispy, don't you?
I just like that it's camouflaged pretty well in the city.
It used to be. Now it's quite in an open because it was burned.
Okay, so that's not by design. Okay.
Unfortunately now.
Somebody have a gathering there?
Have you ever heard of Youngbloods?
I think so, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about.
The Hunters.
Oh, no.
Don't think so unless they're a street gang or something.
They are. But let's say that somebody give them a better tech and training.
place is full of the SI.
Left and right.
Yay.
It's all of because of fucking Toriado in the town.
And a faction has taken control of them.
There's like one fucking dude. Oh, I want to rip a fucking part, but I cannot because he's elder. So it's like, no, tradition. Oh, fuck you, boo. You cannot do that.
How we got the Second Inquisition in the first place is because Kindred tried to pull that shit.
And this guy, have them on the fucking phone. You got me? Ridiculous shit. But
who's that elder? Do you want to rip his head off?
Huh?
The elder? Who's that elder that you want to rip his head off?
His name? The posh fucker named Samuel Wayland.
No,
He's like a fucking, because I'm gonna make a phone call. You got my point, fancy motherfucking roses.
So is there any way we can just hurry up and get where we need to go?
To the bricks,
There's been a
long night.
bit of shit show, and it's not exactly the most friendly environment considering how we are surrounded by a shit show. Can we please just hurry up and get where we need to go?
Sure.
And let's fast forward another 30 minutes of drive. Still hearing here and that about the town. You manage to get to the separated SO station, petrol gas station, on the edge of the town, where he stopped, and he pointed his finger at the guy behind the counter. A guy in a white shirt with a tie, with the glasses, looking like a human. Glasses with a black rim, hairs grey on the sides and blonde on the top. Approximately 30, late 30s, you would say, 35, 36 years old. With some pens in the pockets. That's Mr. Briggs. That's your guy.
The guy who sent you into Tremere.
Pass the keys to the axle. You can have the car. I'll fuck off from
the car.
We have a Mini Cooper.
He got out, trying to be not visible for Briggs.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to know what the feeding etiquette is if I could just hit the street.
You become alone in the car.
I confirm that this is actually Briggs and not someone masquerading around.
Are you entering the petrol station?
Yes.
Okay. You get out from the car. Doors. You walked in. Electronic doors open. The bright lights hitting you. Some kind of radio music going on. You can see a couple of, I would say, teenagers reshelving the stuff on the shelves, repositioning them. You can sense some kind of hot dogs or whatever getting into warm food coming out. And you see the person that he pointed, the person description you heard before, behind the counter with the newspapers. He looked at you.
Are you...
Number 4,
right?
He looked at the car. Yes, my name is Douglas Briggs. How can I help?
I received a message on a cell phone.
Ah. You must be those that Hollywood wished to move inside the domain. Please follow me to my office. He pressed the button, and in a moment one of the other staff members came in. Brief example of the words take care, I need to do something in the office. And he asked you to join him. So you went in after him, I suppose. All of you guys coming to the office?
Yeah.
Sure. So after the staff entry, you walk in few meters and you get into the small office, you would say
rather tiny, in fact, with some folders on the shelves and pictures on the wall, like employee of the month and that kind of thing. With one chair in front and on the back. Keep close. You pretty much breathing on each other. This is how tiny the office is. So, welcome to the Oxford, and I do apologize for all the inconvenience caused. I heard we lost Valerie.
Unfortunate.
Wow.
I tried everything I could to save her.
She knew what she said.
Was she aware that she was carrying the blood-borne curse? Her injuries produced a wound that I have never seen before.
No, I know very little to none about Valerie herself. She was one of the veiled soldiers to me that was in communication with us. But I'm sure our regent would like to hear more about it.
I figured as much. That's why I asked to speak with you first. And I was attacked.
You are that girl. You are the daughter of Giuseppe.
That's my original reason for being here. But after the attack, not just the first one, but the second one, and what I had witnessed with the person responsible to taking us into the city safely, this is kind of,
Are you here
important.
to claim your position? Your title?
First need to find out more information about what happened to my sire. Everything else after that is up for discussion. First I need to find out what happened to Joseph.
Let me present something quickly here, because before we're gonna go to any further misunderstandings, Joseph is dead. Don't have many words to explain the whole situation. And as a leader of the House of Malkavians, now his son is taking the lead of it, which it's dangerous for whole family. And I think everyone would want to stop that. The question is, are you elder to Sebastian, the child of Joseph?
Yes. I will speak with my brother.
Brilliant. Most? Alright, that's one positive news. And who might you be? Look at Axel.
Name's Axel. I'm from New York. I'm here on personal business, but I'm here to stay. You know the Underking?
Which one?
Giuseppe?
I heard of him, yes.
What about an anarch named Scott?
He's not crowned yet, up to my knowledge. He just eliminated the other challenger. So he's the only horse in that race. That's why people call him Underking already.
Gotcha. What about an anarch named Scott?
Anna named Scott. I know more than 6 of them. Which Scott?
That's a fair point. I'm sorry about that. Well, right now, like I said, I need to sleep somewhere, and I need to eat. That's about it for now.
Well, as a member of Primogen, I'm more than welcoming you in my domain. You have my permission to use any of the
hotels on my district, which is West Haddington. You can fit out there freely within the non-bridge of the Masquerade, nor any other variation of our safe traditions.
Absolutely. What sector are you with? Camarilla?
Yes.
Okay. I heard about a couple of others, I just wanted to make sure. Otherwise,
There's no
I can
couple of
probably...
others. Sabbath was completely eradicated, after the best of my knowledge.
Good.
Anarchs moved out from this domain 3 centuries ago and located themselves in a Vale. And it's only us and the Golden Church which we work in a close alliance.
I
Yes,
see.
we try.
Okay.
And who might you hear that to?
I'm Sue. Malkavian. My nobody.
And what brings you to Oxford?
My wife.
Private business, I do understand.
Alright.
So, if we can come to the conclusion, the tradition of the domain has been fulfilled. Thank you for introducing yourself to my person. I will inform the prince and the rest of the curmudgeon of your presence in the domain. Believe me, not often we got outsiders in. There might be few... How to say that nicely? Well, I will say that normally, there will be kindreds that will believe that you have no right to walk the same streets that they are. Please try to ignore them at the best of your abilities. If anything will turn into physical contact or violence, it will be reported to the sheriff. And it will be his problem, not yours.
I ain't gonna swing first.
That's the point. If there will be any issues, he'll give you the business card. This is my phone number. I'm more than happy to help. If I need. I think we conclude all the business. If there's no other requests or questions, I believe we move along with our unlocks.
Sounds good. You're a Primogen, you're a busy man, so...
He opened the doors, he squeezed between you and opened the doors, allowing you to get out.
Okay.
And in the next 30 seconds, I assume you're all getting back to the car.
Yeah.
Who's the driver? Who's sitting up front? Who's sitting on?
Want to give it another whirl, sir?
Oh. Sure, I'll do it.
Mica, you sitting up front or on back?
I'll sit in the back.
Axel, back or front?
I'll sit in the front then.
Right. So, where do you drive?
Feed.
The drive to that area that he pointed us to that Axel, you said Axel could stay at.
You open
Hotels.
the GPS.
But no?
You open the GPS.
Okay.
Yeah, you start. For a moment, Sue starts to play with the GPS, putting the map and everything and connecting it, and you think he was typing some song stuffing onto it, but he gets back on track. And then he starts to drive, shouting at people that they're going on the wrong side of the road.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get antagonized in no time.
We're in Europe. You drive on the opposite side of the road, you're being made it.
No, I'm not!
He'll mostly drive on the correct side for Europe. Every once in a while, forgetting himself.
Sure.
Left turns are probably the hardest.
In about some time, still
at 2 hours, an hour before the dawn, you found the hotel. Well, let's call it that way, shitty hotel. Or how you like to call it, affordable hotel. That would have still rooms. And do not ask questions about the ID or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably used to have your kind of folks hotel. That's the best name for it. You managed to park here, and the sign indicates that they still got 5 rooms available. Middle of the Haddington Park. Stop. So in a conclusion, all of you are still in a Mini Cooper, in a car park in front of the motel. West Haddington. You can call it city center. Or bad neighborhood of city center. Something like that. At least the poor one. Full of same houses duplicated next to each other. The sun will rise quite soon. You would expect by looking at the sky that you don't have much more time than an hour before the dawn. Around on the streets, there are still people walking. Most of them drunk, if any, or in hurry. People who finished shift, people who are coming up back from a pub, are normal, mortal human beings minding their own business. But the presence is there. Through the glass of the front doors of the reception, you can see an elder man in his 50s or 60s behind the standing reception in that hotel, who is nervously looking at your car, curious and suspicious. You look at all each other. And what it is that you are doing.
Go get a room.
Yep.
Axel left the vehicle and entering the building. So and Mica also left.
Yeah, the car's parked, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Parked and safe. Okay, so lock it up. We both get out, lock it up, enter the building.
In a difference of maybe 5-6 seconds, you all entered the reception. Some elevator music, you could call it, goes through the speakers. There's an aircon, but barely working. It's clean, but not the freshest of the walls and floors. It's quite aged, you could say. There's one snack vending machine. One drunken guy on a sofa, talking over the phone, probably arguing with his wife, which is quite loud. Some modern art on the walls, and this old chap who corrects his tie. Morning.
Sir, how you doing?
Not bad, but how can I help, sir?
Just 3 foreigners. We need a room.
One room for all 3? One triple?
Yeah. You guys good with that?
Go with it. Yep. Bring the numbers.
You just a walking, right? You okay? Let me check. Just he put out the glasses. He starts that.
We do have the one vehicle, if that matters.
No. Please do not worry about it. Please. It's fine. It's going to be like 45 pounds.
Sure.
And that's the moment you click that none of you possess the local currency. Please
Might
check,
have a
does
credit.
any of you possess the resources? You do.
I do.
Sue?
Sue, do you possess the resources? Merit. Mica?
I can't imagine Android carry credit cards.
So no. So, Axel, you possess resources, right? So you do have a card. Right. So you just give him the card. He swiped
Yeah.
it. You sign it. Payment went through. You received the key card.
Thanks,
Room
big
number
money.
7.
Many thanks, sir.
Have a good night. The checkout is at 12.
Hmm.
Is that gonna work?
No, you know what? Swipe me on for another night, just in case. We've been
Of
on
course,
the road
of
for
course,
a while.
sure. Yes, yes. She printed you just another receipt, so we'll check out 12 by tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
Of course. We can extend it anytime, so just give us a shout.
I just want to make sure I paid for 2 nights, just in case.
He told you how to get to the room.
All right, we get in there.
You're leaving the reception. Sue and Mica follow. You press the card. The doors open. You can see a quite large room with 3 beds next to each other.
Okay.
Some form of television, kettle on a room, table, entrance to the bathroom. Quite large 2 windows that doesn't look very nicely in case of, holding the shadows and defending you from the sun.
Yeah, I was going to use my survival skill, if I could, to now rig the room so that we're going to be okay. in
To
that
take
regard.
the sheets and put all over. Sure. Give me a test of wits and survival.
I can help. I have a survival 3.
Sure.
Same.
Just test it
Okay.
as well.
It's in survival. Both of us test.
Mm-hmm.
What was the attribute again?
Wits.
Wits. Okay. No. I have a choice between a messy and a normal critical.
You got both?
Well, I got, on the 2 black die, I got criticals, but one of my red is also a critical.
Okay.
Is it possible for me to take the normal critical?
No, I will come both of them. Don't worry.
Sure. So total successes is 7.
7. And Sue?
I got 1 success. So basically, I see like he's doing a great fucking job. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Your
you
success.
don't need my help.
Your 1 success telling you that he definitely doesn't need a fucking help. Because what
Right.
he did,
Yeah.
I will remind you, Axel, that all the time you had your claws
Yeah.
out. And that was the moment when you realized when you grab a sheet and put it into the pieces, which makes you a bit angry. And at least it speeded up the things, because it's take you 3 minutes instead of 10 when you cover all the windows and stuff. The last bit was the doors, which you kicked the whole desk that just shuffled and blocked the doors out, which unfortunately the desk was screwed in and the screws are broken. There is some damage to the property which gonna cost on your card, I suppose. Also, you don't shit with money, but it is unreasonable for mortals. It would be a breach of Masquerade if they would see that.
There are claw marks in it, basically.
Also,
I'll try and strategically break it some more so that it just looks like someone fell into it when I've calmed the fuck down.
I'll swap those out with our neighbors tomorrow. I'll just knock on their door, obfuscate,
This is why I needed to
swipe out the sheets.
We're safe from the sun, but the piece de la resistance, we gotta hang this outside. Do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You are all safe.
Depending on,
Locked in the room.
depending on if we have time, I might go out to try and wrangle somebody up in an alleyway.
It's kind of cutting it close, don't you think, Axel?
Well, I actually check the clock.
And it's approximately 35 minutes before the sun will come up.
I just don't want to wake up worse. But if I don't mend any of my wounds, I should be able to handle myself tomorrow. I'm a pretty calm guy. Yeah, I ain't risking it in territory I don't know.
Just feed extra tomorrow.
Television turn it. TV turn itself on.
Did you do that?
No. It's on it.
It doesn't pick the channel. Just snowing.
I'm gonna unplug it.
It still does that.
Still turns on?
Oh.
No.
You can
Neat.
hear the voice of Luan.
What are you gonna do? Shoot the television?
No.
Yeah.
I crouch before. I squat before the television and I'm looking at it.
Help me, Axel.
I need more than that.
Prince, prison. Giuseppe. Axel. I'm dying. They try to embrace me. TV turned off. This is the moment, Axel, that I would like you to do the rouse check. Because I want to check is Sue and Mica barricaded in a room with a gangrel in a frenzy.
Well, that's a skull.
After what you witness, a girl's voice coming out from the TV that was working unplugged. Mica, as you possess the power of seeing the unseen, you could see the magia out of it.
See what?
Magia. The real magic. Whoever was that was communicating with Axel through the arete. After this short communication, you could hear growl from Axel in anger and pain. When he turned towards you while being on his knees, you could see crimson blood coming out from his eyes, like a tears.
Who was that?
He started growling.
I've
at
sensed the
you.
unseen, by the way. She has heightened senses.
Oh, sorry. My bad. It's suicide, not.
Okay. But we both saw her talking, though, right?
You both
Yeah.
heard her talking.
Yeah.
There was no visual image of her. But now you see Axel entering the frenzy.
Coming in.
And you got approximately 3 seconds before he will leap in one of you.
I'm stepping in front of her, but
Yeah.
she's...
I'm gonna have to use Dominate I'm gonna have no choice but to try to dominate.
Okay.
Can I take control of the frenzy with a willpower for a turn?
Not in the first turn, if any.
Okay. It's anger fueled, obviously.
So what does she need to roll to... What do you have? Compel?
I have
Manipulation and dominate. Against his resolve and willpower.
Resolve and composure? Or?
Composure, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me, it's manipulate and dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Does my unswayable mind come into this?
Yes, you got +2 to the dice pool.
She's critical.
5 successes.
Axel, 4. And you trying to mesmerize him, yeah? What's your command?
It's your mesmerism, yeah.
Calm down.
Her soft voice dragged you down from your anger. Start to repeat inside your head like an echo. Spread all over your body and all over your mind. You could hear her voice inside your body for longer than it actually sounded. In fact, you got a feeling that she never left your body. She did not allow you to resist. You came back to your senses. And while she was doing that, Mica, you see that Sue is like a wall in front of you, making sure that even if you fail, he would defend you with his own body.
You okay, buddy?
I think you're okay. Give me a minute.
The tears are still coming through his eyes. Not sure are they because of anger, sadness, or being powerless.
Oh yeah, I try to just sort of deal with this by grabbing the bits still stuck to the wall and just crushing them in my hands. Trying to just work it out. She's the reason
remain quiet, letting him gain his composure.
Yeah. She's the reason why I'm here.
Who is she?
Friend from New York. Mortal. Extraordinary.
Yeah, she just did magic shit. Is she a mage?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what they call themselves. Yeah.
those guys need to follow me around. They're creepy.
They are. Not her, though. She's fine.
Hey.
What do I remember about the message?
From
I
her
didn't
now,
quite make it up. The message Luann said. She's in danger, but what else did she say?
you remember everything I said?
I just need it repeated because I don't think I heard it.
She said that she's in danger, she needs help.
Right.
The prince, Giuseppe, Axel, they try to embrace me.
Oh, okay. You fucking kill him.
Was it the Underground King tried to embrace her?
So,
There are 2 others involved. At least one other. But I can't be reactive right now. I go to the bathroom and I start just using soap, using water, trying to just clean myself up.
do you have any telepathic link with her?
And I turn the taps off. I'm like, what?
Do you have any level of telepathic ability with her?
Has she ever done that to me before?
She can communicate through the electronic devices, not telepathically.
Always through electronics. Never actual voices in my head.
I guess then we really need to expedite and not go for joyrides when night falls. We don't have time for any of this anymore, but we can't do anything right now.
Nope, we can't. Not unless we want to be burned alive, and I can't really stay awake during the day. I can if I want, but it's gonna...
You hear knocking to the doors.
No, for fuck's sake.
I just go towards the door and I'm like, yeah.
Sheriff. Good
There are
morning.
people?
Hides the guns.
You looked through the people and you can see a well-presented gentleman with a dark suit that probably cost more than this building, with a black shirt. Over here he got everywhere tattoos, also at hands. He's holding the umbrella above his head.
I open the door.
Tie and shirt is well buttoned all to the top. He got black hairs swept to the back. He looked very humane. His heart is pumping.
Yeah, I open the door and I'm like,
Good morning.
how can we help you?
I came to introduce myself. I do not wish to intrude. I would like to speak with Mr. SuE. If I-
Would you like to come in or you want me to bring him here?
Up to your comfort.
I leave the door open and gesture for him to come in.
He closed the umbrella. He whistled a couple of times, and he entered. So, Mica, you see the person. Mica, you recognize the person. It is your older brother, or the child of Joe. You heard about him, you saw pictures of him at the beginning of your own life, when Joseph was telling you about you never met this person, but you saw the pictures and portraits from the 16th and 17th century. He is that old.
Do I know his name?
He goes by Desmond, as much as you are aware. Well, he was born as a Desmond. Clearly, he did not recognize you.
Okay. He came in asking for you.
Yes.
He kneeled in front of you.
Kneels in front of Sue.
Yes.
This is our first time for everything.
It is my absolute pleasure to greet you inside the Oxford domain.
Thanks, I thought I was in trouble.
Your presence here was premeditated long time by my father. I assume you are searching for the eye.
Is this the object that the mage...
You have no idea, is it?
Okay, so I don't...
Do you?
Absolutely!
As much as I know it is in the domain, I do not have more information, unfortunately. But I am willing to aid you in any way I can.
What's the eye?
His facial expression become confused. 1410.
That's what the 1410.
14.
Is that a year?
Is it not?
It's a year? It'd be
It's a
time.
number. A 4 number. A 1 number. A 2 numbers. Depends how you look on it.
Just pretend I don't know anything about this. What is the eye? What is... Okay,
A
1410 in the eye. That's all I know.
It's a letter. I.
Letter I.
Can penguins fly?
Is it ringing a bell?
Do you have a bell?
No. Do I need one? No. It's...
Shouldn't you? You came here without a bell? He stood up. Well, that explains everything. I will do my best to organize a ball for you.
Who had a premonition that I was coming?
Who didn't? He smiled. And Axel, for you that was the moment that you clicked that this guy is a Malkavian too. If the whole conversation didn't ring a bell, as pun intended, yeah. So, you think that for the first time in your life you met somebody more crazy than you are?
We're gonna piece this together.
Because this guy is completely disconnected from the link. You cannot bond with him. His craziness is his own. And all you can sense that he is disconnected on purpose. He is not willing to connect with you, even if you try.
Interesting.
He looked at Axel, he looked at Mica, he looked at SuE. He came back to Mica. My presence stress you?
You're not the most stressful thing I've seen tonight, so you're good.
Desmond, do you know what happened to Joe?
He sacrificed himself.
Why?
To explore the red mist. The hijacked link of the Malkavian. He's gone, but he's not dead.
He uploaded himself?
He possessed the new body.
Oh. That's worth some of your research. Do you know where he is?
Why fate of my sire is of importance too.
I think we need to continue on with our path of where we were supposed to go tomorrow.
But the penguins does not fly.
Right, they don't.
Beware of the
Crows
crimson
do.
lips.
Oh, I think I get what he might be getting at. We might have been... one of us has been kissed with them tonight, I think. If I catch your meaning.
He looked at us. Well, he opened the umbrella inside the room.
Who's the red whore?
Do you kiss your mother with those lips?
Yes.
He does it with the tongue. Apologies.
So-called different. The one you refer as a red hawk is a sire of my son.
Huh. Well, that's the way it was told to me. I didn't know. Sorry.
What does she look like?
In another days, I'm too afraid to guess.
Who took over? Who took Joe's position? So he decided to turn into Red Mist, apparently, and inhabit another body. Who is Primogen of Malkavian in this city?
Who told you that this city still got finished?
Ah, okay.
The prince is dead. The new prince, Seneschal, is crazy. The Primogen, nearly all are dead. I have been stripped of my titles and cast away. Yet, for the good of the domain and the kindreds inside, I decided to stay and keeps the jihad at bay. I'm here just because the great have shown up. And I couldn't miss that opportunity to look into his magnificent way. Yes. Does that answer your question?
Okay. Mike is just gonna step back and pace, trying to figure some things out. None of this really makes sense to her. So I'm gonna just be trying to just really contemplating, because there was a reason she was called to this city, and this elder progeny is freaking crazy.
You don't say. Right, so you guys see Mica start pacing from one side to another, bouncing between the walls, biting her nail, probably scratching her head, trying to figure it out. Things.
Why did you bow knee to me, though? I don't understand.
Well, you're the great.
I've been called a great pain in the ass.
By those who are ashes today. Correct me if I'm wrong.
but I'm the great. Yeah. Okay.
bad things can also be good.
We've had nothing but things trying to kill us on our way in here, Mr. Greatness.
Mm.
This way or another, in the name of the Oxford domain, disclaim. Not the Camarilla, not any other sect. In the name of the kindreds of Oxford domain, of free folk, I greet you.
Fine.
I wish you all the best. And you can find me in a little more district if you're gonna need my aid. Stay low, hold to the shadows, and under no circumstances meet.
What?
Meet who?
Final night.
Final night. I mean, that's the goal, right?
The common goal of our kind, specifically in those dark days.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for-
The sun is knocking to your doors. I shall leave. He whistles a couple of times.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thanks for coming.
You can call me unrested.
Okay.
Sleep tight. He get out through the doors. And I suppose Axel rushed to close the doors after him.
I try not to look that eager, but yes.
Yay! There's this strange Malkavian that knows where we're at and where we're sleeping.
Well, technically, another kindred directed us directly to these hotels too, so that's two. Possible?
That one has our room number.
One that
That's
knows you,
true.
one that knows me. This one,
I don't know anybody. Apparently, I'm great.
I don't know. You're named after a Johnny Cash song. It's good enough for me. Fucking tired.
There's a story about that. Anyway,
Always is.
The sun rised. With it, your powers become relieved. You could feel how life is getting sucked out from your bodies. How your cells in your skin become to die again. How your bodies start to decompose. How's your vein getting dried? How's your hunger? That's right. The only way to stop it is to fall asleep. And I suppose this is what are you doing. I would like just to know why you fall asleep.
Bathtub.
that's exactly where I was about to say. It's the bathtub.
Either that, I'm too big to fit under the bed.
Mica SuE, you joining him in a bathtub? Group hug?
I ain't adverse to a cuddle puddle.
Yeah. I would say yes. It's easier to throw towels underneath the cracks of the door to make it light tight. Mister, I like to shred all the blankets.
My bad. They're gone now.
Yeah.
And
I
a
hope
minute.
that-
In a minute or two, cheek to cheek, you close your eyes and you allow your mind to drift off. While the sun ruled over the Oxford, your bodies become unconscious. All of your bodies, all of your minds become dead. Except for SuE.
Oh, lovely.
Except for SuE, who would snore and sing and had visions about the Grunwald War in 1410, about the knights, about the one specific knight with the crest of the bathroom duck. The most bloody warrior in that war.
Is this the Anarch War?
Beware of the yellow rubber.
I swear to tell.
Thank you for visiting Oxford by night. It was my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the unbonded Katherine.
It's great.
That just began the story of the Red Mist Chronicles.
And the rubber duck.
Katherine.
Rubber duck.